Hello, welcome to Let's Talk About Business. My name is Nelson Peña. I'm very proud to present this program in cooperation and partnership with our dear friends from the Swiss Financial TV and Dukas Copia Bank. My intention is not to replace the journalistic excellence of Dukas Copia and Swiss Financial TV, but rather to complement them by bringing our business-to-business perspective. Means we are talking as a leader to leader, business people to business people, and manager. For today we have selected, in our opinion, a nice, interesting topic. It's about South Europe, Italy and Spain in particular. For this I have invited two key members of our team. On my left side, Giorgio Mascheroni, who is the country director for Italy. Welcome, Giorgio.
Thanks a lot, my pleasure.
And then we have from Spain, Pablo Jarabo. Welcome, Pablo Jarabo, who is the IMC CEO in Spain and regional director for Latin America. Welcome, Pablo.
Welcome to all of you. Good morning.
So the topic is to discuss how do the Spanish and Italian SMBs solve the liquidity crunch in Spain and Italy. Maybe in Italy, how does it go, Giorgio? How do you see the situation?
Well, the situation in Italy has, let's say, a typical medal with two faces. The first face is due to the fact that families have normally good saving, have no big problem, because typically in Italy we have families that own in general 90% of the houses, while the real problem is in the private companies. Italy is a particular, let's say, situation where we have almost 4 million number of VAT codes. That means 4 million are more or less the double that in Germany. That means that we have a lot of small companies, and consider that out of these 4 million, 96% of these have less than 20 employees. So that means that these companies typically are very small, so very sensible to this credit crunch, and suffer because typically in the last 40-50 years they have been supported by banking system, and so they are low capitalized and too depending by banking system. Consider that out of the total debt that they have on the system, 70% are coming from banking system, while in Germany, for example, is around 40%, in US 35%. So too big dependence by banking system.
Okay, thanks a lot, Giorgio. Pablo, how does it look like in Spain? Are we facing in Spain the same situation as in Italy? What is your perception?
Well, the perception in Spain is quite similar in Italy. The only thing is that I would like to center this conversation about how the thing is moving in Spain in this moment. In this moment, the exports are in record highs due to quite a big increase in the competitiveness in Spain in the last times. Salaries has goes down, productivity has goes up, and this means that there is a big possibilities for the growth for the Spanish economy due to the exports of the Spanish companies. This that in one side is a good news. At the same time, means that the Spanish companies needs funding, needs investing, needs some economical resources that in this moment is not possible to get from the banks.
I see. Thanks a lot. Giorgio, to the next question, can you please highlight some concrete cases related to this problematic situation about the liquidity crunches? What are your observations currently in Italy, please?
Well, the fact is easy and complicated at the same time, because we have companies that are growing up due to the fact that also in Italy, like in Spain, there is a strong push by export. So our recovery is an important recovery due to the export, companies that are producing and selling to abroad. The problem is that this company in Italy can produce and can sell abroad, but they have a lot of difficulties to buy raw material. And typically we are a transformer country where, for example, the automotive industry, that is one of the most important in our GDP, is having problems to get material. And sometimes we have companies that have order portfolio full for the next months, but have problem to get money. That is a problem that is creating problem also to the main factory. Fiat, for example, is buying accessories by smaller companies that have problem due to the fact that they are not able to provide time to time the material, and that is impacting heavily also on the big producer. Maserati, Ferrari, Fiat are depending strictly by their own suppliers. If they are not able to buy material and to provide
you are talking now about particularly in the automotive, in the car industry. Do you see other industries which are affected?
Well, the automotive is one of the most important due to the fact that the cost of material is very high, so the impact of the finance is very strong. But in general, this is typical in every sector of the industry. Obviously, much less in the services. That is an important area of our country. But if you consider that the industry is responsible for more than 40% of GDP, this is a very important fact.
I see. Pablo, how does it look like in Spain? Can you please present some cases and observations related to the crisis, the liquidity topic to the SMBs in Spain?
Well, unfortunately, we have a lot, Nelson. As I have said, there's a great capacity of growth that needs to be found in Spain. The liquidity of problems of enterprises, mainly caused due to lack of credit, is slowing to this growth. You have to understand that there's companies with good projects, performance, business development, possibilities to expansion that cannot execute properly and profitably because of this lack of credit. We have now in our portfolio of projects with customers in Spain several issues in which companies that are running properly but needs funding to go to Latin America, to go to East Asia to do business is not possible due to this not funding of these operations.
I see. Thanks. Giorgio, according to you, what are the best alternatives and solutions? What works and what does IMC do for this in Italy?
Well, let's start from the problem that is a very big problem, because according to Bank of Italy, 2/3 of the necessary funding for companies in the next 5 years will not be provided by banking system, because banking system has problems.
Who's paying?
That could be the opportunity. If you consider that 2/3 means more or less 800 billion euro a year, more or less the balance sheet of a governative government of Italy, that means that that will be provided by tools and systems that today are not existing or are existing just in minimum term in our country. That means that we have to talk about mini bond that are just approaching now, crowdfunding, but also private debt. Private debt is a system of funding provided by closed fund. It's different by private equity because it's just providing credit to the companies. And private debt is now starting. In this moment is working only with a bigger company, let's say from more or less 10, 15, 20 million euro turnover a year above. But from 2014 and later, for sure will be necessary also for the smaller company that, as said before, are representing the backbone of our country.
Thanks a lot. Pablo, from a, you would say, pan-European point of view, a lot of medias and people in business compare Italy with Spain, a kind of cousins, and we are going through the same situation. Do you think that the solutions presented by Giorgio are the same in Spain, and how IMC is integrated as part of the solution? What is your opinion?
Well, yeah, it's quite similar, the situation. Of course, the credit is close to small and medium-sized companies from the banks in this moment in Spain. So at the same time, gives an opportunity for the future for the Spanish entrepreneurs, because we have learned some kind of English expressions like private equity, venture capital, crowdfunding, family offices, business angels, and this is coming. And at the same time, in this moment, the situation of the credit in Spain and the loans and investing means that formerly the companies get their financing about 80% from the banks. In this moment, is not more than 50%. That could be very good for the future, because the Spanish companies will not be so collapsed with the banks. And of course, IMC in Spain, since 1 year, we are working very closely with the small and medium companies, enterprises, helping them from the startups to development, to help them to produce and to design their business plans, to get funding, to help them to go to other countries as Latin America and Far East. So we are implementing new rules, new ideas of management the companies, and helping, of course, these Spanish companies to go out from the crisis.
Thanks, Giorgio, for having been here. Thanks, Pablo, for being connected with us.
Thanks to you.
And thanks, everybody. This has been Let's Talk About Business from IMC International. My name is Nelson Peña.